to leave their ground at Eastville with nowhere to go.
When Bristol Rovers announced plans about a new multi-million-pound sports centre at Stoke Gifford last summer, residents were outraged. They formed a fighting committee saying the complex would destroy the environment, attract rowdy elements and would devalue their residential properties. There was such an outcry that a public meeting between residents and the district council is planned for next April. Well, a consortium called the Centre of Sport Limited want to develop 40 acres of farmland at Stoke Gifford, creating a new home for Bristol Rovers, as well as a centre for other varied sports. Now, the consortium say they have the necessary financial backing, and since it won't cost the ratepayers a penny, they're confident planning permission will be granted. If not, they're prepared to fight a public inquiry.
Tonight in the studio, Gordon Bennett, the Managing Director of Rovers. Now, how confident are you that you can overcome the strong opposition that there is out in the Stoke Gifford area to this project?
Well, to get this quite clear, I think it should be stressed that the sports centre complex is being developed by a separate consortium, and I've actually just left a board meeting of that consortium to attend here this evening. Bristol Rovers is only one of a large number of different sports which are going to be provided in a very modern, purpose-built and purpose-designed sports centre complex and recreation park.
Yeah, but come on, but people out there are already mounting the opposition to the project. You know, what happens if they get their way, the planners won't give you permission? What happens to Bristol Rovers?
Well, the situation is that in the local plan, there has been for many years provision for a regional sports centre in the North Bristol fringe. This is something that's been talked about in and around Bristol for over a decade. People have shilled and shallied, proposals have been put up and they've been knocked down. And now someone's come along with a very good proposal which won't cost the ratepayers a single penny, and this is the plan which is being put forward. It's got a lot of support. True, there might be a lot of opposition, but there's equally a lot of support. It's about time that Bristol accepted it's the capital city of the West region. It's got a first-class opportunity to provide a first-class regional sports centre.
Yes, but despite what you say, there is a great deal of opposition to your plan, and the question still arises. If you don't get your own way, is Bristol Rovers going to fold? Are they going to go out of business?
Well, obviously, our licence at Eastville expires in 2 years' time. We look upon this particular project as a way of ensuring that our professional football club, which has served the community very well for 102 years, doesn't just survive but progresses and thrives.
But you haven't answered the question. If you don't get your own way, is it going to go out of business?
It's going to be very much harder for the club to keep going, undoubtedly. But again, obstacles come along and sometimes solutions come to those obstacles. But it is very important, if Bristol Rovers are going to thrive in the future, that we should be involved in a futuristic new sports complex like this.
Gordon Bennett, thank you for coming in and answering those questions. Right.
Well, after 7